On her wedding day, she gave her dowry to a random prince. She even forced her groom to bow to a hen. In her past life, she married into a noble house. Her groom held his sister-in-law's hand, craving both. He even forced her to bow to a rooster. After marriage, he sought to seize her fortune. He imprisoned her in the back courtyard. He fed her poison until she withered away. Heaven took pity on her soul. She was reborn on her wedding day. Now, the whole house will pay the ultimate price. Facing the man who despised her lowly status and schemed to steal all her inheritance. She refused to be mistreated anymore. With sharp words, she made the arrogant man fume. He threatened to break off the marriage then and there. To his shock, she jumped at the chance. She prepared to take her dowry and leave. But at that moment, someone blocked her path. The Duke, her future father-in-law, arrived. He scolded his son for such reckless behavior. He claimed marriage was not a game to be played. He forced his son to apologize to her publicly. He said if she was still feeling angry, he would even make his son kneel for her. He played the humble role to win their praise. Only she knew the truth. The Marquis seemed a man of honor. But he conspired to ruin her past life. Yet everyone was fooled by his false display. If she fought the betrothal, she looked foolish. So she chose to hold her tongue. The Marquis looked quite pleased. He ordered the cad to take her to the altar. Suddenly, a soft voice called out, "Sheetsy." The man hurried over to her. Before everyone, he led out another bride. He declared she was his only true wife. And claimed she was just a sister-in-law. He even had the gall to keep them both. The girl stepped up and called her sister. Hoping to put her in her place. She calmly asked the girl her family name. And for her marriage proof. She took the paper to inspect it closely. Then she turned to the official standing by. "By our current law, how many wives can a man wed?" The official replied, "Only one is allowed." Then she produced her husband's marriage contract. She held it up beside the other one, declaring both to be marriage vows. Neither one claiming to be a concubine. The Marquis claimed a clerical error, trying to end it there. But she would not allow it. What error, with the official seal? Shall we ask the emperor to judge? The emperor is far too busy. Why trouble him with trifles? This is no trifle, sir. Missy. We are two wives to the same house. I am not the only one deceived. Let us sue him together. And seek the emperor's justice. Cornered, the Marquis had to recant. He claimed she wed his late eldest son, while she truly married the heir. The girl was livid at the news. The scoundrel tried to plead. But the Marquis silenced him cold. He had the contract revised on the spot. Playing the part of an upright man. She was seething with hidden rage. Vowing the moment she stepped inside. To make her life a living hell. She knew the estate was a den of wolves. In her past life, though wealthy, she lacked any real power. That is why she was butchered there. This time, she would secure her allies. She turned at once to the vice minister, claiming she would grant half her dowry to the state treasury for the king. The scoundrel and Marquis nearly choked. The estate was drowning in debt. Starved for her fortune to fill the void. Yet she had given half away to the crown. The scoundrel snapped and stepped to stop her, accusing her of acting on her own, with no respect for his kin or home. But her sharp tongue was far too quick. With few words, he was branded a traitor. The Marquis, however, was cunning. He publicly backed her gift to the state, claiming it proved the estate's true loyalty, shamelessly using her gold to buy his fame. The vice minister praised the Marquis's grace, asserting the emperor would reward the Marquis. Yet before he could even rejoice, she flatly refused it, claiming she desired no reward at all. But being raised in a merchant clan, unversed in noble etiquette, she begged the emperor for a palace governess. Such a modest request. The vice minister agreed the emperor would consent. She felt relieved then. This way she had secured her own protection. For half the value. She bought her safety from the palace. A happy turn. The usually stern prince suddenly took interest. He made a rare visit to watch her wedding. But the cad caused a stir during the rites, demanding to stand in for his brother. She did not care who she wed. But one thing had to be settled first. Since he claimed he would wed for two, there were two ways to handle this. One, act as proxy to bring the bride home. Then adopt a child for the eldest branch. The other is to wed for him in name. In truth, no different from any couple. Their child would join the eldest branch. So she had to ask that scoundrel. Would he sleep with his own sister-in-law? That drove the scoundrel to a rage. There, before everyone watching, he froze, not knowing how to answer. To protect the house's reputation, the Marquis had to declare. He acts as proxy, but nothing more. He would never touch her. She severed their escape route entirely. The scoundrel held a deep grudge. After the wedding with his bride, he claimed he felt quite dizzy. He sent a rooster to wed her instead. Dare to block my path with Xinjiang? I will surely torture you to death. A noble lady must wed the heir. Yunzhong. After you. But she, reborn, would not be trapped again. She instantly claimed she felt dizzy too. Likely from the scoundrel's insults. Why not let a hen wed him instead? Then, she made a move that left the scoundrel livid, claiming that if he were to anger her to death, he would have to gift half her dowry to Prince Rouet. She praised the prince as virtuous and upright. Her ultimate idol. She planned to secure herself another life-saving charm. The Marquis instantly grasped the gravity of the situation. If the unyielding Prince Rouet were to get involved, the estate would never be able to touch her again. She must not be allowed to get her way. He promptly slapped the scoundrel across the face, demanding he go and appease her at once. Privately, he whispered to his son, since she cannot be suppressed, win her over with honeyed words. Once she lets her guard down and falls for him, she will be at their mercy once again. The scoundrel found his advice sound. He immediately offered a hypocritical apology, but she refused to buy his act, reminding him this wasn't his first offense. How could she ever?
Open the Simi TV app and watch the full series now.